Hey, good Friday to you. It's time once again for RFD Illinois. I'm DeLoss Yonke. Thanks for being with us. On the program today, well, we have plenty to talk about, including a regular report from Steve Bridge. We'll find out what's going on at the State House. We'll find out from Matt Kay what's going on in D.C. Information about the 2017 Census of Agriculture. Information was released yesterday. And also in our 4Fs report, Dr. Mark Hogue at Western Illinois University talking about their Leatherneck Country Meats, something that was launched just this semester. So they raise pigs at Western, and now you have a chance to get the pork from them. And we'll get into some of those details in just a little bit. Also, we'll hear from Jill Johnson at Illinois Beef Association. She and some members and leaders from IBA were in D.C. recently. Talked trade, but also talked about labeling, an important topic in the beef industry as well. Egg Tax Day is coming up on the 15th. The 15th is also the deadline to submit comment on the proposed clean water rule. You can text WATERS to 52886 to submit a short form comment today. Just takes a couple of minutes to say how important clean water rule changes are for your farm by texting WATERS to 52886. You can also get information on American Farm Bureau Federation's website at fb.org, or you can contact your county Farm Bureau office. Plenty to come here on a Friday, RFD, Illinois.
Farm Week and FarmWeekNow.com journalist Dina Stroish connects rural routes for you. From the Farm Bill to crop insurance to GMO labeling, her expertise is apparent in the stories she reports. Here's a bit about her rural roots.
I get to meet interesting people and share their stories, and I get paid to do it. I cover ag policy and really enjoy keeping the farming community updated on these important issues.
Be it routes or roots, RFD Radio, FarmWeekNow.com, and Farm Week keep you connected.
If you're in the mood for some sprucing up, you're in luck. From big to small or farm to front yard, your Illinois Farm Bureau member discount from John Deere is ready and waiting to help. It's easy to think green when it's the Rewards Loyalty Program with savings on equipment, special parts, and home and workshop products. Whether your tasks involve mowing, planting, or cleaning, you'll be set for whatever your work requires. All you need to do is sign up, have your membership number handy, and go to johndeere.com/Farm Bureau.
Welcome back to RFD Illinois on a Friday. I'm DeLoss Yonke, and as usual on Friday, we go down to Springfield. Steve Bridge has a report from the Capitol. He's at our affiliate WFMB.
A busy week at the Capitol as a number of bills were introduced and some passed out of chambers and committees. The first legislative step was taken to push the state towards a graduated income tax. Senate committee approved the amendment that would propose a progressive income tax. The move favored by Democrats is opposed by Republicans. Senate Minority Leader Bill Brady says this will open the door to more tax hikes.
I believe that the crafters of our current Constitution and the fact that the people embraced that Constitution, which included a flat tax, was there to protect middle-income families from politicians. We've proven that it's fairly easy to raise taxes here in Illinois in the last couple of years, and I think this works toward even making that easier.
The bill approved by the full Senate would move the starting wage for teachers from a possible minimum of about $11,000 a year to $40,000. That wage bump would be phased in over 5 years. Republican Avery Bourne says the bill comes with no financial help to go along with the increased spending.
The state's not backing this up with more money. We're not sending them the resources to implement this. We are saying this is a massive unfunded mandate on many school districts that will limit their ability to make choices.
And the Senate passes a measure to try to get presidential candidates to release their tax returns. Tony Munoz sponsored the bill, and it would force a candidate who wants to appear on the Illinois ballot to have their tax returns made public.
If you want to run for vice president, president of the United States, hey, what's wrong with providing your tax returns for the last 5 years? If you've got nothing to hide, you shouldn't worry about anything. That's how I see it.
There is a question on whether the move is constitutional. And all bills require further action to move on to the governor for a possible signature. Reporting in Springfield, I'm Steve Bridge for the RFD Radio Network.
Thanks, Steve. We'll go from Springfield to Washington now, where rural broadband was generating sparks on Capitol Hill this week as Democrats challenge the White House for proposing to cut broadband by $350 million in fiscal 20. Our Washington correspondent Matt Kay reports.
It's supposed to be one of those items you don't cut, but House Ag Appropriations Panel Chair Sanford Bishop complained to USDA Secretary Sonny Perdue that's just what the president's proposing.
I have children in my district who go to the local library after school or after football practice at hours when the library is closed just to access the internet. They sit in their parents' cars outside the library to do their homework. I find that unacceptable in 2019.
Secretary Perdue countered.
I didn't realize our broadband history was as bad as you made it sound, Mr. Chairman. I thought we'd been doing better in broadband. We are beginning to receive the applications in just a couple of weeks for the money you appropriated last spring. We've given technical assistance to many different groups. I'm delighted the fact that various groups are showing a lot of interest from EMCs and rural telecoms and other nonprofits in these different areas, as well as communities themselves, over applying for this.
71 House Democrats and Republicans wrote appropriators to boost rural broadband spending by $350 million in fiscal 20, part of the new Farm Bill, to expand high-speed internet to homes, businesses, and schools. They argue bridging the rural-urban digital divide is critical for rural participation in an internet-based economy, allowing commerce, precision agriculture, telemedicine, and student research. For the RFD Radio Network, Matt Kay on Capitol Hill.
Census of Agriculture was released yesterday. This is the 2017 census. The census is taken every 5 years. 2.04 million farms and ranches is down 3.2% from the 2012 census. Average size of 441 acres was up 1.6%. Number of acres total was 900 million, down 1.6%. Farm expenses totaled $326 billion. Feed, livestock purchase, hired labor, fertilizer, and cash rents topped the list of expenses. 96% of farms and ranches are family-owned. Farms with internet access rose from 69.6% in 2012 to 75.4% in 2017. Stay tuned. We'll have more next on RFD, Illinois.
Farmers value clean water, and every day they're working to leave the land, air, and water in better shape for their families, neighbors, and future generations. In recent years, federal agencies have muddied the waters with overreaching rules and regulations that are more about controlling land than protecting water. The new Clean Water Rule announced by the Environmental Protection Agency and Army Corps provides clarity so farmers can comply with the law while protecting the environment, growing crops, and tending livestock. The new rule would end years of uncertainty over where federal jurisdiction begins and ends. Now is the time to make your voice heard. Text WATERS to 52886 and support the new Clean Water Rule proposed by the EPA and Army Corps. Don't wait. The 60-day comment period has begun, so text WATERS to 52886. Contact your local county farm bureau for more information on clean water and clear rules.
Now the easy and fastest way to order ag parts is with Sloan Express, America's ag parts supplier. Simply put, Sloan Express is a lower price alternative to original manufacturer parts. And now, free shipping on orders over $195 right to your front door. Plus, we offer free shipping to 20 Sloan locations. Enter code RFD10 at checkout and save 10%. Get your free catalog online at sloanex.com or call today.
This is your RFD Radio Network 4F's report. Fuel, fertilizer, feed, and food. All sources of essential energy. Here's DeLaw Jonke.
Talking food today with Dr. Mark Hogue at Western Illinois University. And Leatherneck Country Meats. They've raised hogs at Western for a long time. Now you can buy the pork from there. And it certainly gives students a more well-rounded educational experience.
If we can find things that I think have a tremendous educational component, then I'm interested. And if it can make more money or value added beyond, base market price, then I sure think administration enjoys it. And so we have pursued in this endeavor and trying to work with a local brand new meat plant over in Carthage, Illinois that I've toured. It's a gorgeous facility. Absolutely tremendous facility. And so we're kind of doing a joint venture, and Leatherneck Country Meats is started. I'm excited about the development of the brand and the product that the brand stands for, because instantly our students are like, if we're going to do this, we need to really think about what people would pay for this locally grown, locally sourced meat.
Hogue says some of the hogs will be raised outdoors, some of them indoors, but above all else, he wants to make sure that the brand of Leatherneck Country Meats represents a high-quality product.
And it really doesn't add any production expense to our side. It just gives me an opportunity to have various types of pork production at Western and let students decide, because they're going to be advocates of agriculture. And when they say, and hear somebody say, I don't want a pig raised in a confined pen, we have a great setup here that these hogs are in climate-controlled, great environments, and they can talk to people. Well, I've seen pigs raised outside. I've seen pigs raised in a traditional confinement setting, and both are productive, both are humane, both are well cared for. And I think that gives our students a tremendous opportunity to be advocates of agriculture.
Dr. Mark Hogue at Western Illinois University. There are 3 different options for purchasing Leatherneck Country Meats, including a whole hog, which would get you about 150 pounds for only $400, so just a little more than 2.5 per pound. Processing not included, and all meat will be processed at Farmhouse Meats in Carthage and will be collected by the customer. Dr. Hogue's also the coach of the national champion livestock judging team at Western, and the WIU Leatherneck Livestock Legacy Sale will take place next week, starting on the 16th, through Willoughby Livestock Sales at wlivestock.com. AAA gas prices. The national average price for regular is $2.78 a gallon, 30 cents more than a month ago, 11 cents more than last year. Premium up to $3.33. Diesel $3 and a nickel is a nickel more than last month, 7 cents more than last year. E85 at $2.40. In Illinois, the regular gas price on average is $2.89, 32 cents a gallon more than last month, 16 cents more than last year. Diesel $2.91 a penny more than last month, a nickel more than last year. Other states, Missouri $2.55, Kentucky $2.65, Iowa $2.67, Wisconsin $2.77, and Indiana $2.82 per gallon.
That's this week's 4S Report. Tune in next week for all of the latest fuel, fertilizer, feed, and food trends and essential energy information.
We'll go from pork to beef now, and Jill Johnson, Executive Vice President of Illinois Beef Association, she and members of the association's policy division were in Washington talking about several things, including food labeling. What does that mean with the fake meat push that we've been seeing lately?
We talked about labeling. We talked about lab-cultured meat quite a bit, but that was a point where some were surprised to hear about that and wanted more information on the topic. But bottom line, we talked about labeling and how that can create confusion anytime you walk into a grocery store, and that certainly was understood as well. But the importance there of making sure that things are labeled correctly and that we're on a level playing field. And that it comes down to food safety as well. So our product as beef is obviously highly inspected and highly regulated, and we would want to make sure that the same goes for alternative proteins. And that seemed to be understood. And we also talked about climate change quite a bit and beef's impact on the environment and how farmers are conservationists every day. And of course, we're approaching Earth Day, so it's a perfect time to talk about that. And what was refreshing was we're sitting in these offices and we're talking about how, we're producing the same amount of beef with 33% less cattle than what we were 30 years ago.
Wow.
And helping them understand the impact and how, farmers are committed to being part of the solution and are the ones that care about the environment. You could say more than anyone because they're there every day. And we heard statements saying, well, this needs to be based in science. These decisions need to be based in science. So that was really refreshing to hear that people understand that there is science behind this and to pay attention to the science and not claims that are meant to strike fear.
Jill Johnson at Illinois Beef Association. Beef could certainly compete with any protein or alternative protein for the center of the plate, but if those alternative proteins use words like clean in their labeling, that's where issues could really come about. Finally, U.S. EPA head Andrew Wheeler said they're on track for an end-of-June completion for the rule allowing year-round sales of higher ethanol blends. That would go way past the summer driving season beginning, and it also added that the ruling will be on solid legal ground, according to a report from Reuters. We'll break now for markets and weather.
With the RFD Ag Market Summary for this Friday, I'm Jim Taylor. Corn slightly lower, beans lower, and wheat ending Thursday slightly higher. May corn closing at $3.60, down 1 3/4. July corn down 2 pennies, $3.68 3/4. September corn $3.76 3/4, down 2 1/4. May beans closing at $8.95 1/4, down 6 3/4. July beans down 6 1/2. 908 3/4. August beans down 6 1/2, 914 1/2. May wheat closing at 460 1/2, up 2 1/2. July wheat up 465 1/2. September wheat 473, up 2 1/2. May bean meal 307.20, down 290. May bean oil 28.98, down 9 cents. In current electronic overnight trading, May corn is up 1/4, July corn up 1/4, and September corn up 1/2, 377 1/4. May beans in the overnight up a penny, July beans up 1 1/4, and August beans 915 1/2, up a penny. May wheat in the overnight up 2 1/2, July wheat up 2, September wheat up 2 1/4, 475 1/4. In the outside markets, June Brent crude oil down 90 cents a barrel, 70.83. The June gold contract this morning, 12.98 to 40, up 5.10. In the livestock market from Thursday, April lean hogs 79.22, up 32 cents. May lean hogs 88.40, up 142. April live cattle 126 even, up 12 cents. June live cattle 120.42, up 47 cents. April feeders up a quarter, 145.42. May feeder cattle 149.85, up 62 cents. Cash livestock at Greenville Livestock Auction this week. Steers 130 the top. In Illinois, direct barrels and gilts trading firm on Thursday at 46 to 56. I'm Jim Taylor for the RFD Radio Network.
Good morning. This is Dan Hicks from Freeze Notice Weather with the early morning ag weather update on the RFD Radio Network for this Friday morning. Once again, there was a wide range in temperatures across the Midwest from northwest to southeast yesterday. Here in Illinois, highs range from the 40s in the far northwest corner of the state up into the low 80s in the far southern part of the state. A cold front moving eastward across the region produced some showers and thunderstorms across Illinois later yesterday through last night. Some showers and thunderstorms will diminish over the eastern part of the state early today, with drier weather returning to most areas later this morning and this afternoon. Cooler air moving in on the backside of this latest system will drop highs into the 40s over the northwest part of the state today, with readings generally in the 60s farther south into the southeastern part of Illinois. This cooler trend will continue then tomorrow with mostly dry weather. High temperatures tomorrow will be mostly in the 50s and low 60s across the state. It will be dry across Illinois tonight into tomorrow, but a second system will be developing quickly over the far south-central part of the country during the day Saturday and lifting out to the northeast Saturday night through Sunday night. This will likely spread some significant precipitation back across a large part of Illinois during this time, with some amounts in the half-inch to inch range. It is possible that later Saturday night and Sunday morning there could be some snow mixed with this rain, especially in the west central through northern parts of Illinois. The second system will lift northeastward out of the area by early next week, with some dry, warmer weather returning to the region during the first part of the week. No long dry spells are expected in Illinois, though, as more rain will likely return to the region for mid to late next week. 6 to 10 day precipitation amounts should average near to above normal across most of the Midwest, with 6 to 10 day temperatures averaging near to a few degrees below normal in most locations. Once again, this is Dan Hicks from Freeze Notice Weather.
As you prepare for planting season, remember your neighbors. Whether you're an applicator, grower, or beekeeper, use FieldWatch to register your farm and monitor for sensitive sites around you. FieldWatch is a free, easy-to-use online mapping tool. Consulting FieldWatch is now a requirement for the over-the-top use dicamba products. Communicating with your neighbors will help you protect your farm and the environment. Don't wait. Go online to fieldwatch.com. Growing agriculture. We grow best together.
Does the warmer weather have you itching for a weekend getaway? Take your Illinois Farm Bureau membership savings with you.
Farm Bureau members can save up to 20% at choice hotels, including favorites like Comfort Suites, Sleep Inn, Quality Inn and Suites, with even more to choose from.
Call 800-258-2847 or visit the Choice Hotels website to search all the hotels at once and to make advance reservations.
Contact your local County Farm Bureau for your discount code number.
I'm Trooper Teal at the Illinois State Police. As we enter spring planting season in Illinois, it is imperative to eliminate distractions in your vehicle and pay attention to the farm equipment on the roadway. At 55 miles per hour, it takes only 5 seconds to close the gap the length of a football field between you and a tractor moving 5 miles per hour. Distracted Driving Awareness Month in April is a united effort to recognize and eliminate preventable deaths from distracted driving. Join us to help save lives.
A message from the Illinois Farm Bureau and the Illinois State Police.
Farm Week and FarmWeekNow.com journalist Kay Shipman connects rural routes for you. For 3 decades, Kay has delivered important news. She covers everything from legislative issues to the latest in soil and water conservation. Here's a bit about her rural roots.
I love covering so many aspects of agriculture and providing readers with the facts they need to make better decisions. I also get to work with farmers and meet new people along the way.
Be it routes or roots, RFD Radio, FarmWeekNow.com, and Farm Week keep you connected.
That'll do it for RFD Illinois on a Friday. Today we salute Caledonia, a village up north in Boone County, population 197. We say hello. Sponsored by Country Financial. Your farm is your family's legacy and part of your hometown heritage. While you work sun up to sundown to get the job done, we're here protecting the things you love every step of the way. Country Financial. Learn more by visiting countrycrop.com. For Rita Frazier, for Jim Taylor, I'm DeLoss Yankee. Have a great Friday and a great weekend.